All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Brevard Sports Network and our continuing coverage of youth and prep sports. Caleb Brown here to bring you all the action along with my broadcast partner tonight, Blake Mays, and we'll bring in Blake here after the national anthem. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we are back here live on the Brevard Sports Network and waiting for the Rockledge Raiders to enter the field, and here come the Raiders. JV version of the backyard brawl. Again, Caleb Brown here to bring you the action along with my broadcast partner, Blake Mays. Blake, welcome to the broadcast.
Glad to be here.
Here live from Chuckwood Field at McClarty Stadium. Got Rockledge, former Rockledge principal. He'll always be my principal, Mr. Tony Hines on the PA here at McClarty Stadium, and it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day for JV football. I think all the rain is cleared out. If for those that believe, if you want to say a prayer that we don't get hit with any lightning or anything, that would be wonderful. And here we go. There's kickoff. And it will be a touchback taken back to the 25-yard line, and that's where the JV Raiders will take over, 1st and 10. And, you know, look, the future at Rockledge is genuinely bright. I actually like the future of both these teams. I've had a chance to watch a lot of these guys come up through the youth system, both at Rockledge Youth Football and SVYFL, and we'll go into that throughout. But here to give you the play-by-play, here's Blake Mays.
Rockledge on the 20, 2x2, quarterback in the shotgun. Handoff to number 1. Runs the ball, good run, makes a man miss. Tackled for about a 9-yard gain.
Goodness gracious, he definitely dished out as much as he took on that hit.
It's a great first play by the Rockledge Raiders, run by Antonio Amerson Brown.
He said Antonio Anderson?
Emerson.
Brown. All right. It's a pretty big, impressive run there for Emerson Brown.
Number 7, Jamal. I don't want to butcher the last name. Another. Fake. Goes back around. Running. Makes another man miss. And makes another miss. Now it's a Rockledge Raider first down. Great run by the quarterback. Number 7, Jamal Criddington. Great run by him.
Mr. Creighton. Right, we're looking at the rosters on a phone. Crittenton. Excellent run, and he shows off the strength he has by bowing over a defender.
Rockledge with a great start to the first drive. Back in the shotgun, handoff to number 1, Antonio Emerson. Cuts upfield, another great run for Rockledge, and that'll be another Rockledge first down on the 46-yard line, 45-yard line.
Again, another great run there, finishing off with the power. Tell you what, the future about Rockledge, I think they want to return. I think Rockledge wants to return to being a very physical football team, and I think you're seeing it out of the JV Raiders tonight. They're finishing off the runs with those lowering the shoulders, dishing out the hits just as much as they are taking it.
Quarterback number 7, Jamal takes it out wide, makes a man miss, goes to the right sideline, cuts it upfield, and he's tackled. Another first down for the Rockledge Raiders, tackled by, I think, number 18. There's 2 of them, so either Bryce Hudskins or Jensen Jones.
Yeah, the Viera roster we have has multiple numbers.
Rockledge with a great first drive, driving down the field, almost in the red zone. Viera looks to be in a cover 4 look. 4 down lineman.
They're changing this play all at the line of scrimmage.
Jamal back to pass. Rolling to the left. Sees a man, throws it, and it's caught. And that's a complete pass to number 2 for the Rockledge Raiders, Tristan Jordan.
Tristan Jordan coming up with a nice reception for his quarterback. Again, look, Viera was in a cover 4 look, kind of it dropped right into it, but good job of him finding the hole in the coverage and just take what the defense gives you.
Another 2-by-2 look for Rockledge, and another fake handoff. Roll out to the left again. Looks around, throws it. Almost finds number 2. Tristan Jordan.
And the coaching moment there is, instead of trying to float that one, sometimes you put a little zip and put it right on your guy. He had nobody on him. But again, JV, you're learning that.
Just developing players. He
Yes.
had a lot of room to the right, and if you roll to the left, maybe take a peek to the right, see if you can roll back on over there. Another 2-by-2 look. Fumbled the snap a little bit. Ball on the ground. And it looks like Viera recovered it, and that'll be first down Viera.
It was number 44 for the Hawks.
Ethan Stevenson with the recovery.
On your phone.
Yeah.
You might also I sent you another Viera roster. See if that Viera roster has doubles.
A great first drive by Rockledge, but they just got to protect the football.
Oh, okay, it's the same roster. All right. Okay. Well, so look, sometimes you get that with JV, having multiple players with the same number.
And Viera with a 2-by-2 with a sniffer. Number 19, Brody Timchuk in at quarterback. And again, it looks to be a quarters look from Rockledge. Quick screen out to the left side by number 4. He's got some room. Good reception by Sebastian Gonzalez.
Sebastian Gonzalez on the reception.
Number 4 for Rockledge. Trayvon Rainey. That's a good first play for the
Hawks.
base. Getting down the field. It'll be first down Viera on the 48.
Let's make that the 48-yard line of here.
Motion to man.
Our markers need to be
Coming
set.
in the backfield with Sniffer to the close side. And Reed handoff to number 23. I believe it's Viera. Yes, it is.
Jake Cooper on the carry.
That'll be second down.
That's a 6-yard gain. Second and 4.
Viera breaking low. Lopez switched in cover 3 look now. 3-man line. Back in the backfield. Right side. Quarterback hands it to Bubar again, and he is tackled for about a 1-yard gain by number 50 for the Raiders, Jay Montgomery. It's a great play by the D lineman right there, feeding off the block, making the tackle.
Montgomery there, excellent job. Again, winning at the line of scrimmage and making the tackle there.
2-by-2 for the Viera Hawks. Tim Chuck in the shotgun. Cover 3 look for the Raiders. Third down, about 4. Tim Chuck back to pass. Throws it down the field, and that'll be out of bounds, incomplete with the intended receiver, number 81, Michael Carman. That'll be 4th down for the Hawks. And it looks like the offense is staying on the field. Looks like we have a water break.
All right, with this water break, we'd like to thank Total Spine and Orthopedics, same-day care, expert spine and joint care. Listen, Total Spine and Orthopedics, they go the extra mile when it comes to their spine surgeries, whatever procedures that you need done when it comes to any work with the spine or neck. They do minimally invasive surgeries without the traditional ways of healing yourself. You know, the traditional medications, I should say. Minimally invasive. Usually, most people who get the surgery, they're back within like a week. Like when you want to talk, you know, top-notch surgery and top-notch care and joint care, Total Spine and Orthopedics are the people you want on your team to your recovery. Now back to Blake.
4th and 4 for Viera. Tim Chuck back to pass again. Throws the ball, looks to try to go to number 4. Sebastian Gonzalez, and it'll be incomplete, and it'll be first down. Rockledge Raiders with a great stop on defense.
Absolutely, and there for Rockledge, great coverage. Tim Chuck, I think, threw the ball just slightly with not as much power as he wanted, and I think he kind of underestimated there. So, chance to see the Rockledge Raiders come back on offense with 4:25 left to go here in the first quarter.
Rockledge offense shown last drive. They have a lot of athletes that can get the ball going down open space. Number 2, motion to the right side, roll out to the right, throws the ball. Number 80 for the Rockledge Raiders. Next will be a gain about 9. Number 80, number Lucas Grissom on the catch. Great job by Jamal Crittenham. I'm sorry for butchering the last name. But great job by him, seeing everyone on Viera go back, take the easy pass, and just easy 9 yards, make it second in about inches for the Rockledge Raiders. Rockledge in a 2-by-2 look with the Viera Hawks again in cover 4. And it looks to be a run to Antonio for the Raiders. Now be first down Rockledge.
Be a total spine and orthopedics first down. 0-0 here on the total spine and orthopedics scoreboard.
Both offenses doing a great job moving the ball down the field. Viera just could not. First down them. Handoff to Antonio Brown. And it looks to be a tackle by, and flag on the play. Tackle made by number 19, Asher Miracle.
But I think they're going to get him on a horse collar here because if you watch the hand placement, he kind of went inside, but it's hard to tell whether it went inside the shoulder pad or inside the jersey itself. But usually when it comes to high school football, once the ref sees your hand go in, that's almost always going to be a horse collar. Absolutely. You're actually more surprised when it's not one.
Yeah, and that it will be a horse collar on the Viera Hawks, and that'll be first down for the Rockledge Raiders. Three by one look to the far side. The quarterback, number 7, in shotgun, looks to pass. Throws the ball to number 2 for the Raiders. That's a great open field tackle. Tristan Jordan on the catch. Tackled by, I think, number 8, I believe that is. No? What number is that? 9 for Viera? Mac Carpenter?
Yeah, let's go number 9, Mr. Carpenter. Again, like I said, great open field tackling. That's something I noticed from both of these programs is the open field tackling, and we're starting to see it a lot in Brevard, is getting better.
A 2-by-2 look. Number 7 hands the ball to Antonio. He breaks a man miss, spins off, and looks another tackle by number 14. There's 2 of them, so it's either Ryan Marsh or Jackson Murray on the tackle. And that'll be a loss for the Rockledge Raiders. Make it 3rd and long. Now Rockledge has athletes, and if somebody gets loose, this could easily become a first down, maybe a touchdown. Number 7 in the shotgun, 2-by-2 look. Fakes the handoff. He's going to take it up the middle himself. Jukes makes a man miss, makes another man miss, bounces to the right side, slips. But I think that is a first down for the Raiders.
Oof. That's going to be a close spot, but they signal it is a first down. I understand what the young man was doing there, but sometimes when you have a wet field like you do here, it's just better just to, you got that momentum going north. And again, Coach Holmes and the staff will teach him, look, on a dry field, absolutely. But when you got that momentum going, it's hard to change momentum with the field being as soaked as it is. Remember, this is a natural grass field. There is no turf here.
And that will be a first down for the Raiders. Great run by number 7, Jamal. I'm just going to give up on the last name. With 1:09 left to go in the first quarter, still 0-0. Both offenses moving the ball down the field. Rockledge was here last time they were on offense. Just got to protect the football.
And I think what you see Coach Tristan Love, Rockledge Raider alumni, kind of coaching up the offensive line. Kind of let them know, hey, get the movement when the play is going that way. You got to get there now, and you not only got to get there with your feet, but you got to get there with the hands. That's one thing I love about this Rockledge Raider organization here at the high school is there is a lot of alum that are here, coaching and giving back to the community, and I love that. I think every program deserves to needs to have that alum base, whether it's on a coaching staff or even in the stands showing up every JV game, every Friday night home game.
And it's just showing the kids that are on the team that
yes,
we've been here, we've done this, we want to see y'all shine, and we have some Rockledge Raider varsity players out here supporting their team.
Absolutely, got Eli Mitchell and crew.
And Rockledge Raiders in the shotgun, in the red zone, ball on the 15-yard line. Number 7, Jamal, back to pass. Looks for a man, makes a man miss, breaks out of a sack, goes wide. Good by him. Can't stop him. Downfield, gain some yards, move on to the next play. Because 2nd and 9 is better than second.
Absolutely, it is.
That'll be about second. Gain by 2 yards on that.
Take the Raiders.
2 by 2 look for the Rockledge Raiders. Cover 4. Hawks. Hands ball off to Antonio. Still stumbling, almost makes it into a touchdown. And it looks like he's touchdown. And that'll be good for Rockledge Raiders. First. Number 3 yard line for the Raiders. Looking to be the first ones to get on the scoreboard at 46.
Take the ball on that 2-yard line.
Viera Hawks struggling to tackle this young running back. And he's only a sophomore. Oh, fake handoff to Antonio. And Jamal's going to take it in himself, and that'll be a touchdown. Rockledge Raiders with 17 seconds to go in the first quarter. Rockledge strikes first.
Absolutely great job. Look, they've been running the ball effectively, and when you can run it with your running back effectively, that allows you to go into that quarterback keeper type read option. There we go. Those are the words I'm looking for. That read option look, and your quarterback being as dangerous as he is, getting into the end zone. Great job by Mr. Crittenton.
Number 1, Antonio. Quarterback is Oldman. Rockledge going for 2, and it looks like they're going to hand it off. Good read by number 7. He's just going to take it on in there for the 2-point conversion, and that'll be 8-0 for the Rockledge Raiders. Great read by
17 seconds left in the first quarter. Raiders 8.
off the edge,
Hawks
keeps the
nothing.
ball and just takes it out to the outside. That reminded me of the Peyton Manning by formation. Just keeps the ball, no one's around him.
But see, here's the thing. You know this quarterback can run, and therefore you got to have an extra spy there on him, making sure that he doesn't escape.
And we know Viera teaches that.
Oh, come on now.
Absolutely. Because that's their offense runs the same type of plays.
Yes.
Should know. You always need a guy for the quarterback. And Rockledge Raiders strike first, 8-0. 17 seconds to go in the first quarter. Rockledge lines up to the kickoff. Kickoff by Alex Smith.
Alex Smith, kicker.
Viera got off to a hot start on the first play. Let's see the momentum they had from the last drive. Rockledge Raiders getting ready to kick it off. Viera looking to return. Sebastian Gonzalez muffs. And he's going to pick it up and run with it. And he goes and he finds open space and he's going. He got a crease to the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. That was a touchdown for Viera. What a play by Sebastian Gonzalez, number 4. He dropped the kick. That's not what you want. I know he probably went into panic mode after that. Kicks it up, finds a crease, it goes and takes it all the way for the Hawks. What a response by the Viera Hawks there.
Absolutely. Be able to respond on special teams and make something happen. Absolutely. I mean, you could have asked for a better start, or I say a better answer if you're Viera.
Viera can line up the extra point. It looks like they are on the field running people. They came onto the field with 7. Now we have 9. There's 10. We need one more, Viera. And there's 11 running them on. Number 99, Brady Kramer, up for the extra point. Viera's going to take a timeout. And I know that's just frustrating for coaches right there. You would think that players know we just scored. Don't get caught up in all the excitement. Obviously, exciting play for the Viera Hawks, but you can't get caught up in it. It's the next play. We need 11 guys for extra point, and we're not there. Now we're wasting a timeout in the first quarter for an extra point.
Absolutely. I want to say, it's JV, but at the same time, JV, you know this. Now, I also know JV doesn't always get as much practice time with their guys because, look, sometimes a lot of times JV is used for varsity.
Scout team.
Right. But, again, when you're going in pregame, right, every team has those pregame walkthroughs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're on special teams. So when you score, it's a learning experience, but it's something they better get in quick because I'll tell you what, Coach Tony Gull is not going to take kindly to when you're on the field, you need to be ready to go.
And Viera has 11 on the field this time, getting ready to kick the extra point. Brady Kramer lines it up to kick, and there's a flag on the play.
And
looks
false
to be
start.
False start on the Hawks.
I'll tell you what, his the kicker's lineman's not exactly going to appreciate taking that ball in the back like he did either.
Not at all. It is kind of funny, though, when it happens.
Oh, it's hilarious when it happens. However, again, when you're the lineman who gets kicked in the back, as I have been.
You're the only one not laughing.
Right.
Especially, I saw this kid warming up. He's kicking 50-yard field goals in warm-up, so he has a leg.
Yes, he does. Can you imagine that in JV football you have the ability to kick a 50? Now, again, that was with no rush. But even still, to be able to say you can knock 35 with a rush,
absolutely,
that's impressive.
And there's the kick, and it looks like it is good. And that is the score for the first quarter. The Rockledge Raiders 8 and the Viera Hawks 7.
We'll be right back.
Start of the second quarter, Rockledge Raiders 8, Viera Hawks 7. Brady Kramer lined up for the kickoff. And we got, for the Rockledge Raiders, number 1, Antonio Emerson Brown, and number 2, Tristan Jordan out for the return. And if I were them, I think I'd back up a little bit. Brady Kramer does have a leg. And that kick is going to be out of bounds.
So they'll take over from the 35 because that'll go down as illegal procedure.
Is it 35 or the 40?
It's one of those two.
They'll take it close to midfield. We'll say that.
Look, sometimes it's hard for me to remember sometimes the transition from high school to youth.
There's too many rules in football anyways.
Throw ball, catch ball, hit person with ball. 35.
And first down for the Raiders on the 35. Rockledge to see if they can do what they did last time and drive the ball down the field and score another touchdown. And another 2-by-2 look for the Rockledge Raiders. Again, cover 4 for the Hawks. Number 7 in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. Gets plenty of time. Finds the ball. Finds number 2. And that is a first down. Rockledge Raiders. Number 2, Tristan Jordan. Again, a great throw by Jamal Crittenton.
That's another really nice catch by Jordan. Looks like he has those real soft hands that the ball just loves coming to. And he's made, at least I count, 2 or 3 really nice catches he's made for Crittenton tonight.
He's showing to the coaches that he deserves to be on varsity, and that's, if you're on JV, that's what you do. You try to prove I deserve to be a varsity guy. No, Tristan Jordan moves in.
And that's
Motion
going to be a false start.
Got a false start on the Raiders. That'll make it 1st and 15. And again, I feel like every time I'm on the broadcast, we have a great play, and then there's a flag, destroys the momentum.
Well. Again, you got to remember this is that next level. As you're entering high school. So this is game 1 for them. This is the first time they're getting game situation on their own.
Motion to the left side, and he keeps it. Slips on the wet field, and that'll make it 2nd and long. I think he might have just got back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be 2nd down on the right hash. The Viera Hawks did a much better job trying to contain the quarterback on that play, not letting him get in open space, because when he gets in open space, he makes things happen. Got another 2-by-2 look for the Raiders. Number 7, Jamal Crittenton in the shotgun. Back to pass again. Gets time. Finds number 4, and it is just short. And number 4, Travion Rainey, is the intended receiver, and I'll make it 3rd and long. And the Rockledge Raiders are line, giving him plenty of time to find the open receiver.
Yeah, and look, they're pretty impressive for a JVO line. Typically a lot of times in JV football, you start seeing that the offensive line is developing, and Rockledge is doing a really nice job winning the line of scrimmage, like I said, and giving their quarterback time to make the play.
Number 7, back to pass. Jamal Crittenton looks for a man, throws it deep, and it's incomplete. Pass intended for number 6. Dejion Freeney, and he might have had it. He stopped for a second, but if he just kept running, he probably gets under that one.
And that's going to be the coaching point is, guys, run under the football. Run under the football. Run your route. Look, for social media, is it nice when you jump up and make the climb the ladder catch? Absolutely. But what wins you football games? Continuing to run that route.
Rockledge Raiders looks like they're going to punt the ball. I think that's number 6, Elijah Washington, back to return. And there's a flag on the play. Looks like there's going to be 12 men on the field for the Raiders, and that'll back them up 5 more, right?
Yeah.
All the rules.
Yes. Again, for being the coach's kid, you would think.
I don't know the rules.
Folks, if you hear me go silence, because Blake has permanently kept me quiet.
And number 5 for the Raiders, Alex Smith punts the ball, and that is a high kick.
It's actually a nice punt.
And it looks like it's going to be downed around the 28, and coaching point right there for the Viera Hawks. If that ball's in the air, you hear everyone yelling, Peter, or you see the ball land and no one's picking it up, don't go near the football. It takes one guy to shove you a little bit. Now you're touching the football. And now it's, again, 1st down for the Raiders.
I want to say, again, when, in my days of playing for Rockledge, it was fire. Peter or fire, you heard either one of those two. If you were caught near the ball, you were still running that Monday at practice.
If you hear anything while the ball's in the air, just run to your sideline. That's the only rule. It doesn't have to be Peter fire. It could be whatever you want to say.
Right.
If you hear anybody scream, just run to your sideline. And it's not just one guy. The whole sideline is usually screaming it.
100%.
Tim Chuck in the shotgun for the Viera Hawks with a 2-by-2 with the sniffer. And it looks like they're going to hand off to Bubar. And that's Bubar, he's a little guy, but he is a tough runner.
He does run just like his brother Ryan Bubar, varsity running back for the Viera Hawks. He's tough. He's physical. Again, maybe small in stature, but don't let that fool you. He almost has like a Doug Martin type running style, big, muscly, now deceptively fast. I called many youth football games where I'm calling Jake Bubar sprinting down the sideline, and people were like, how is he doing that?
2-by-2 look for Viera. Looks quarterback rolling out to the right, throws a man, finds number 83. 83's name, let me find it. Anthony Moscalo.
Yeah.
On the catch with a tackle by number 4 for the Raiders. Travion Rainey playing both sides of the field, making plays on both sides. And, great throw and great catch, catching it with the contact.
Absolutely. Moscalo there going up, catching that, high pointing that ball, and making sure you secure the catch before you try to run with it.
2-by-2 for Viera in the pistol look, changing the play. Rockledge in quarters, maybe bringing a little pressure off the edge. Oh, all stops. Throws the ball to number 9 for the Viera Hawks. Mac Carpenter. The tackle made by, did you catch the number?
I did not see who made the tackle.
I think it was number.
But for those that were that you said all stops. Explain to those at home what the all stops concept is.
All stops, if people are playing cover 3 or really just anything, and the corners are playing back, and you need quick 5-7 yards, 5 yards, turn around. That's all a stop route is, and it's just catch and throw for the quarterback and just easy yards if you can. Cover 3, 5 linebackers bringing a blitz. Bubar to the right side. Again, lowering the shoulder, fumble again, and that'll be first down for the Raiders by the looks of it.
Yeah, the Raiders jumped on it, and yes, it is.
First down, Rockledge Raiders. And Rockledge Raiders making a statement.
That's I believe it was either number 34 or 21. Came up with that fumble recovery. I believe it was 21.
21, Jaden Jefferson on the fumble recovery.
And again, just like that, that's all it takes to.
Just like Rockledge Raiders on their first drive, driving down the field, fumble, Viera football. Now on this one, Viera driving down the field. You got to protect the football. It's the most important thing. That'll be first down for the Rockledge Raiders, and the Rockledge Raiders.
Fumble. It took me a second. Mom couldn't take back the pass, and Rockledge runs their own all stop.
For a quick, easy 4 or 5 yards right there. Catch and throw. Catch made by number 2, Tristan Jordan. That'll be 2nd and 6 for the Raiders. The Viera Hawks in a quarters look, cover 4. 4 D linemen. Jamal Critton keeps the ball again, and he makes a man miss, makes another man miss, staying awake, trying to change the field. And I believe that was number 9 who jumped on him, Matt Carpenter.
Yeah, and was that number 9?
That's number 8, but we don't have a number 8 on our roster.
But here's the thing I'll say about the young man, number 8. So with number 8, he missed the first tackle. He was part of the group that got there first, missed the tackle,
stayed in the play,
and that's what. See. That's one of those, even when you miss the tackle the first time, when you can come back and stay in the play, coaches will still give you credit. Don't get me wrong. You'll get called out for missing the tackle. Mm-hmm. But when coach sees you come back and staying with the play, you're going to get that, I call it the ish sandwich. And all you know what that ish stands for. Yes, you're going to get criticized. You miss a tackle. That's a very shifty quarterback. You're going to get the coaching up, but then you'll say, but guys, look what he does. He stays with the play and ends up making the tackle again. That's something in the film that you can say, you know what? Yeah, I did get criticized, but coach also then complimented my effort. Coaches will take that effort every time, especially when you're on defense.
And that effort could get you a spot on varsity.
Yes.
It may not be on offense or defense, but a special team spot, which in college, if you're a freshman or a sophomore, that is your way to the field is special teams.
Yes.
And it's one thing I think a lot of high school players take for granted. Jamal back to pass, throws it, and a pick.
Oh, wow.
By the Viera Hawks. Great play by number 8 right there.
And unfortunately, we don't have his name. And what a job by number 8 sniffing that one out, and I think there was some miscommunication. The quarterback was expecting his receiver to, be able to be
Look a
looking
little
back at that
sooner.
one. Yeah.
Because he was open, and
Yes.
it was the right read by the quarterback. One thing I'll say for the quarterback, not so much air on that one. That one you want to get it out quick, especially since you have that overhanging safety over top.
But number 8, great job on the interception, and
But again, Rockledge, you see the bright future. He made the right read. It's just he's a freshman, so
Yes.
there's coaching point. Timchuk back to pass, a little pressure in his face, throws it, and that is a great catch by number 81 for the Viera Hawks. Either Michael Carmen or Kellen Fox. We have two number 81s.
Kellen Fox again. If you have been following Brevard Sports Network and their coverage of Suntree, Viera, Pop Warner, you are used to hearing that name, Kellen Fox, making big plays down at SVYFL.
And great catch by him, staying focused even with the man on his back. Timchuk 2-by-2 look. Viera looking to put their first points on offense in the game with 4:02 to go in this first half. Timchuk rolls out to the right, looks for a man, throws it out of bounds, and that'll be 2nd and 10. Rockledge, great coverage in the secondary.
I want to give credit to Timchuk there. Timchuk, I feel that's almost become not a lost art, but a forgotten decision. When you're a quarterback, there is nothing wrong with saying, hey, there's nothing down there. Instead of forcing it, throw it out of bounds, live to play another day, and it's 2nd and 10.
It's a very smart decision by the quarterback. And the reason he didn't run, as I know Coach Helton for the Rockledge Raiders, he loves a bomb guy. And a bomb guy is quarterback's rolling out. He's that linebacker, not the one closest, but the next one in. His job is to go track down the quarterback. He's like your QB spy.
There you go.
Like if he rolls out, that is your guy. 3-by-1 for the Viera Hawks to the far sideline. Timchuk in the shotgun. Another rollout to the right. Finds a man. And that'll be incomplete. Make it 3rd and 10.
That was number 9 on the is the intended receiver, and throws it just a little outside his range.
And number 9, Matt Carpenter.
340.
Rockledge again having pretty good coverage right there. It missed one man, but luckily Timchuk didn't complete the pass. Otherwise, that would have been first down Viera. Now it's 3rd and long.
3:45 left to go here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, absolutely nothing. Maybe if I convince Blake enough, he'll go and dance on the field for you all.
I can't dance. I have a torn ACL I'm trying to recover from. Timchuk handoff to Bubar. And a great tackle from the backside. Who is that? What's your number?
Yep. He's hiding behind his teammates.
21.
Yep.
The man who recovered the fumble, Jaden Jefferson. A great play coming in from the backside. Great pursuit. Make it 4th and 5 on the 20-yard line. Viera in the red zone. 3:20 to go in this first half. And it looks like Viera's going to stay on the field. And if I'm Viera here, I am no play. Trying to draw somebody off sides. Because I know our kicker has the leg to kick it this far.
Absolutely.
And I would take going to lead. 2 back. Oh, nope, we're running a play. Handoff to, Timchuk keeps it. Pitches it to Matt Carpenter. Makes a man miss. And that'll be first down Viera. And he's tackled up by 3 or 4 Rockledge Raiders on the 10-yard line.
Again, a page out of the Viera varsity playbook, kind of faking that little triple option, fake the midline. Quarterback pretends to keep it, draws in the backer, and then pitches it to a receiver.
That was not midline.
My apologies. Listen, hey,
Midline. They're looking at it, reading the D tackle.
I
Regular read option with a pitch, man. Triple option.
I definitely said the wrong thing. Sometimes you get excited.
Great job by Timchuk. Timchuk back to pass, finds an open man, makes 2-man miss, falls in, and that's a touchdown Viera. That is a great pass by Timchuk and a great play by number 7, Braden Wasden, for the touchdown. And that's Viera's touchdown. First time on offense. 13-8. 2:18 to go in this half. You know, made a couple man miss, dove in for the touchdown, and again, effort plays on JV, trying to prove yourself at the end of the JV season. I can go be a guy on varsity wherever you need me. Effort plays is where you're going to do it.
Hey, look, even though if you don't get a chance to touch the field, you're on the sideline for a playoff game. Coaches can bring JV kids up for playoff games. Kick is up and good. And even if you're a practice player, right? You're somebody you're on the scout team for varsity. That's still more film you can put on, more practice film for coach to see you making plays. And it's 14-8.
And
Viera on top.
It gets you there with the team, with the older guys. Building some chemistry with maybe a future quarterback of yours.
Correct.
You're learning all the things, getting extra practice, developing more as a player.
Listen, you're talking from two guys who graduated, who both played football. Anytime you can get on that field is precious, because you never. I mean, look, we don't like to talk about it, and I knock on wood that happens to nobody tonight. But you're also one play away from not being able to play this beautiful game again.
I've missed plenty of games. I think 6 or 7 in my high school career. I missed a whole season in my college career from injuries. So you can't take this game for granted at all. Viera up 14-8, 2:18 to go in the half. Brady Kramer lined up to kick it for the kickoff. Rockledge Raiders doing a good job on offense. Oh, and a little pooch kick to the outside. It's a little too far. Viera, you were so close to getting that. And that was, I would say, a good call.
That was a great call. Look, Rockledge was already turning back, trying to go down and set not a wedge, but set up the line. Look, I'm young and old enough to remember when there was such thing as a wedge and a wedge buster in football. Obviously, they took it out of the game because
unsafe.
Look, the game has advanced, and football's a naturally violent game, but there were certain things that had to be taken out. So you can look at me weird all you want, but that is the game we are playing today.
Number 7 hands it off to Antonio. Antonio with a good run again. I think he's probably averaging 7-8 yards a carry tonight so far. He's a hard downhill runner, and I think as Rockledge, that's what you want. You want a downhill runner, because Rockledge skill guys all over the place. If you can get a good hard-nosed Frank Gore type runner.
Yes. Again, deceptively fast, can get you speed, but has no problem lowering those shoulders.
Jamal out, back to pass, rolls to the right, takes off. He looks like he's going to run it. Goes to the outside. And, smart play by him, getting out of bounds, stopping the clock. That is a smart football play by the quarterback right there. Because I can't tell you how frustrating it is. You're trying to move down the field. Teammate or a player cuts inside, tackled inbounds. Now the clock's still rolling. Instead, now clock stopped at 1:33 and a half. Rockledge down, I think, on the 32.
Yeah.
And it looks like to be in scoring position. And now the clock stopped. They can take their time, relax for a second, and get on to the next play instead of having to rush. Critton back to pass. Not back to pass, I'm sorry. Hands it off to Antonio. And again, hard nose running by him. Tackle by number, I think that's 44 for Viera.
Number
Ethan Stevenson.
54.
54?
54.
54. Vittorio Pickett.
Coming up on a minute left to go in the half.
Number 2 in motion. Roll out to the left. Throws it downfield. And incomplete, intended receiver, number 6, DeJean Freeney. And again, right there, got to keep running. Just keep running.
Yep.
It's easier to come back to the ball than having to catch up to it.
Plus, to be fair, on social media, it looks awesome when you come back and make that adjustment to the ball. So, I mean, look, run your route to the fullest, because even then, that's a toe tap catch, and you can then step out of bounds and stop this clock while picking up yards.
It looks to be 3rd down for the Raiders. And a 2-by-2 look with 58 seconds to go in the half. Raiders down 6. And Jamal Critton back to pass, has time, throws it downfield, and that is incomplete. Intended receiver to John Freeney, and it looks like there's going to be a holding on the Raiders. What will Viera do, accept or decline?
And when it comes to throws in the end zone, in that situation, you would rather overthrow that ball than underthrow it, because you overthrow it, falls harmlessly to the ground, it's fourth down. I mean, again, you have the penalty, but you rather be fourth down and not. If we're being realistic, that should have been a Viera interception.
They accepted it, and I'll make it 3rd and long.
Wow, that's
Gives Rockledge 2 more plays, at least on offense,
Yeah.
unless a turnover. But Rockledge, except for the first drive, they've done a pretty good job protecting the football.
Lightning better stay away now.
Rockledge in a 2-by-2 look. Jamal Critton back to pass. Veers a line struggling to get there. Cuts it upfield, makes a man miss. Tackle by number 19 for Viera, Asher Miracle. And it looks like we have a timeout, Rockledge. And now it is 4th and about where they were last time before the holding penalty.
Yeah, no, and look, great job making the decision. Not forcing anything. Pick up some yards. You know you're going for it on 4th down. So run for it. Get what you can and make it a fourth and manageable, rather than an interception or 4th and what they were sitting at 16.
4th and forever.
Yeah. A good friend of ours, Sean Hartman, his father did SBYFL PA announcing, and he's called it anything along 3rd or 4th. It was 3rd and a trip around Epcot.
It's a long trip.
Hey, listen. Sometimes that's the most respectful way of saying, yeah, they're probably not going to get this one.
It looks 4th and 6 for the Raiders. 33 seconds to go in the half. 2-by-2 look for the Raiders. And let's see what Jamal Critton will do at quarterback. He's having a great first half so far. And he's back to pass. Viera bringing the pressure. Makes a man miss. It looks like he's going to take off and run. Open field. Makes a man. Gets out of bounds at like the 3-yard line. What a run by Jamal Critton. And that is a 1st and goal, Rockledge Raiders.
Absolutely. And you know what? Great job. You notice he kept his eyes downfield. He was looking. He saw the green grass, and he saw he had a receiver. And I also want to give a credit to the receiver who turned around, found work, and blocked for his quarterback. How many times do you see the receiver try to be the running man, running with his quarterback and miss a block? That time he immediately, as soon as he saw his quarterback take off, he looked for the first one, face-to-face, seal block, quarterback thrown out of bounds, and it's 21 seconds to get 3 yards.
Yeah, in high school that does not happen much.
No.
Everywhere else, happens quite a bit. It's rare on the occasion that doesn't happen.
100%.
3-by-1 to the far sideline. Jamal Critton hands it off to Antonio, and Antonio's trying to fight for it in there, and it looks like he's pulled up short. The clock's still running. It looks like Rockledge is going to take a timeout. 13 seconds to go in the half. Tackle, I think that was number 44 for the Hawks.
Look,
Ethan Stevenson.
I know your quarterback is probably usually from the shotgun, but this is one of those times where you need to practice. Get up under center and tell your lineman, give me one good shove, and I can get in there. Now you're shaking your head at me now.
Because if you don't practice taking those under center snaps, it is an adjustment.
100%. But I'm saying at practice, you got to practice this situation. This is something you should have in your arsenal because look, it's effective when you can. I get it. JV doesn't get much time to do much practicing, but this is something that should be practiced.
They're also 2nd and 2 to get into the touchdown.
Okay.
That's a long.
That is a long two.
However,
for
a tush push, that's a long way.
However, you tell your lineman.
We're gonna just run it 3 more times.
Huh?
Run tush push 3 times. I'm sure they'll get it.
Hey, look.
We ran it one time when I was in high school. We gained like 50 yards on the play.
Hey, look at that.
Jamal Crinton in the shotgun. 2-by-2 look. Viera stacking the box. Pass. Throws the ball to number 2. Touchdown. Rockledge Raiders. And that'll tie the game up 14-14 with 5 seconds to go in the half. Touchdown caught by number 2, Tristan Jordan.
Tristan Jordan again. And again, this is why I'm wearing this headset and not talking to Coach down on the sideline. He said, we ain't even going to run the ball. Watch this. Tristan Jordan on the slant. Bada boom. Realest guy in the room says, how you doing?
That was very smart play call. Viera loading up the box, expecting the run, and the quarterback faked the run, little play action, the slant right behind the linebackers, and he made it look easy. He
did.
And again, for all you Rockledge Raider hopefuls in the future, number 7 is a freshman. So you guys are having a bright future at quarterback by the looks of it.
Well,
Rockledge going for 2, and it looks like it'll be a false start on the Raiders. Which will back it up.
Joseph Watkins is a sophomore.
Oh.
Well, hey, I mean,
didn't
look.
know that.
hey, look. Sometimes when you have two young quarterbacks like that, if they stay, they push each other in practice now, and sometimes that becomes best for both quarterbacks. Is that competition?
I mean, also, Jamal Crinton, he can absolutely play other positions need be.
100%. You know, look. Let's take Troy Silberzon, for example, over at Cocoa. He was a quarterback all through youth and thought he was going to be we'll continue that story after this play call.
Crinton back to pass, looks around, rolls to the left, looking for some man. Oh, and trips over himself. And and they are not going to convert the extra 2 points.
But back to what we were talking about. Look, Josh Silberzon thought he was the quarterback in waiting. He sat behind Brady Hart, and he thought he was going to be the quarterback in waiting. Coco goes out and gets Champ Smith to play quarterback for them. So what does Troy Silberzon do? He becomes a tight end, and you know what? In that win over Merritt Island, he caught 3 touchdown passes as a tight end. Quarterback converted to tight end and making a difference.
Take it even farther. Sean Hartman for Viera.
Yes.
Was he a quarterback at Merritt Island? Then Kevin Verpale took over. He started playing receiver, and now he's a receiver at Viera.
Absolutely. And making big time plays.
And for a team perspective, that is such a selfless thing to do.
Yes.
Putting the team over what you want to do. Because everybody wants to play quarterback until you have to play quarterback. But then once you're at quarterback and you kind of enjoy it, and someone might come along and they're like, they could be better than you, or they're a better scheme fit for what the offense needs.
Right. Again, coach will always find roster spots for players like that.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait. Oh, he'll do whatever I need him to do. We'll find you a jersey. You know, you want to take it to Taysom Hill. Quarterback, tight end, I mean.
Everything.
Hell, I think he even played some defense at one point.
Kick returner.
Right, exactly.
If you're an athlete, coaches will find a spot on the field for you.
Yes.
Unless you're stubborn and.
Well, we won't go into that negative side just yet. We want people to like us somewhat. I mean, unless you're creating an AI image of Rocket Sanders, but anyway. Oh.
Alex Smith, number 5 for the Raiders to kick. 5 seconds to go in the half. And based off what they did last time, kicks it deep this time. The play before that did a little onside. Is that number 4 back to return? I'm not sure. No, it is not. That is number 3 on the return. Gets to outside. That's number 2 and gets hit out of bounds. And that is the end of the first half.
That was number 21. And
it looks like we have a down hawk on the field on the Rockledge sideline.
Yeah, that.
Grabbing at his knee.
And, folks, we're going to turn the camera away, put the halftime banner up. We are at halftime here at McClarty Stadium, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right, so I lied. We do have, if you're sticking around and maybe listening to us in the background while you get your drink, get your snack, get ready to go. First of all, the down hawk was number 2, and he's
Kalen McQuinn.
McQuinn, again another SBYFL. He's walking mostly under his own power, kind of hobbling off. And they're going to take him on the cart. So again, I hope it's nothing major. I hope it's something you'll see him next week, playing football. But guys, there's some college football going on here with implications. South Florida's got a couple Brevard County talent on Melbourne's James Hines. Playing line for USF.
DJ McCormick.
DJ McCormick over at USF transferred from
UCF.
Hold on, VSN did a post on this, and I read the post. I just didn't. We listed all the athletes going to play at USF. But yeah, so currently USF up 10-7 over Boise State.
Isn't Cedric Hawkins at UCF? USF.
Yes,
USF?
Cedric Hawkins. Another Brevard County alum playing at USF.
And USF is winning 10-7 against Boise State, the odds-on favorite for the Power 5 schools to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and look, we're going to talk. I'm also going to talk. Look, Saturday is going to be a bittersweet moment for a lot of us. There's a lot of us that grew up watching College Game Day. And, of course, a staple of College Game Day. He will forever be synonymous. Was he a coach? Yes, and a darn good coach at that. But I think his legacy will forever be College Game Day's Lee Corso making his final pick for, I believe it's his 38th season doing College Game Day. 38 years of wild shenanigans. And I'm going to be doing youth football. I'm going to be up at New Smyrna Beach for those that still follow Pop Warner. Catch myself up at New Smyrna Beach where we have the Cudas taking on the SVYFL Hawks. But it's a bittersweet Saturday because that's a part of college football history that's going to be stepping away. And Lee Corso has been a part of a large part of a lot of our Saturdays. Even if you didn't watch game day, even if you didn't watch all of game day, you maybe tuned in for bits and pieces. You knew what you were doing the last 10 minutes.
You were looking at the picks.
You were looking at the picks, and you were always looking forward to that game of the week, wherever they were at. Lee Corso putting on that headgear.
I remember on the old NCAA games when they used to have they'd have the game day on the game, and you'd see Lee Corso putting on his headgear.
Yeah, I mean, it's something special, man.
Just a part of history.
And then you look at some of the games for Saturday are really interesting.
We have 3 top 10 games.
Absolutely. I mean, look, you start off with the opening game of the day. Thanks, Fox Sports. The Ohio State. I will say nice things about Ohio State because my principal is sitting in the booth. Ohio State taking on Arch Manning in Texas. And look, I'm just as interested as everyone into seeing what Arch Manning does. I think that game's going to be full of fireworks. I think that's going to be a great way to start the college football day, even though I think that is very much a nighttime, primetime game.
I like a 12 o'clock game. I like a big noon kickoff. That's just me, though. Right off of College Game Day, you're going to watch a good game to start your day off.
I'm just a little salty because I'm going to be doing youth football. Look, let me be very clear. I love doing youth football. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. But I would like to be able to come home or at least be driving home. Listening to that 8 o'clock start, a Texas, Oklahoma. Or not Texas, Oklahoma. Try Texas, Ohio State. But I digress. That is a great way to start off a Saturday.
You get to listen to LSU and Clemson.
Hey, you
know what? Number 9 versus number 4.
Hey, that's going to be a great matchup, I think. Look, second year, Brian Kelly, Hopefully he's over trying to do that fake Cajun accent that he does. I think we put that behind him, and I think he's honestly great for that LSU program.
LSU has a lot to prove this year. You know, disappointing season last year. Defense had their struggles, but Gus Meyer comes back, and me personally, I'm not high on Gus Meyer, the quarterback, but I think Clemson last year also had a pretty disappointing season. They squeaked into the college football playoffs because they won the conference championship, and I think both teams have a lot to prove this year.
You're right. Like I said, and that's going to make for a really interesting game. There's another interesting game involving some Brevard County talent. The Florida State Seminoles taking on Alabama. Now, look, I don't think this is the same game that it would have been a couple years ago. And what I mean by that is everyone automatically assuming Alabama's going to run away with it.
I'm assuming that.
Okay, well, I think FSU might surprise somebody. I'll be honest, I think they're going to surprise them for a half. I think it might be a good first half of FSU. They're going to give them all the fight. I'm hoping, as much as it disappoints my Gator soul to be saying this, it's a lose-lose situation. Either Alabama wins or FSU wins. But honestly, I'm also go Brevard. And when you look at all the Brevard talent that's on that FSU team.
Javon Boggs on the starting lineup.
Javon Boggs. I hope he goes for 150, 200 yards tomorrow.
As a true freshman, that is not something you hear a lot.
No, but it proves why he is that darn good. Some of y'all thought I was going to slip there, but I'm trying to stay on air and trying to keep Alan happy with me. But Richie Leonard playing offensive line. I believe he's been in a starting battle spot for that offensive line. Left guard, I saw.
He'll probably be in the rotation.
Keziah Holmes is still at FSU. And by the way, let us also not forget, former Cocoa Tiger, Sandman Thompson. Currently, he's the second center. So again, Brevard County making big moves, and at the next level. Look, even if you find yourself second on the depth chart at a position,
still probably get rotated in.
That's a phenomenal position to find yourself in as a freshman.
Yeah.
And look, Brevard County, before everyone starts jumping on us again, we know there's more Brevard County talent out and around this country playing for different colleges. A lot of you got a little upset when we made our post about the Florida team Brevard County athletes. We did a post on all the Florida teams, Bethune-Cookman, and all the big power schools. And we people, well, what about so-and-so at South Carolina State? We know we're happy. Yeah, but that post was a Florida schools post. So as our good friend and Melbourne coach Billy Palmer said, reading is fundamental, and I did not read. But listen, we are Brevard Sports. We're happy to watch all of the Brevard talent go do what they do all around the country. We're going to be keeping eyes on it, and
another top 10 matchup: Notre Dame versus Miami on Saturday.
Catholics versus the convicts.
Carson Beck on a new team.
Look, he's only 28 years old, maybe. Sorry, 32.
Notre Dame, new quarterback, same running back, about the same O-line, just about. Maybe one or two guys went to the NFL.
Again, and it's going to be another one I'm going to have to kind of flip between stations as I'm driving back down 95 from New Smyrna Beach back to Brevard.
Just a lot of great games this Saturday for week one. Week one's usually everyone schedules a cupcake, like our Florida Gators scheduling Long Island. That game should be an absolute blowout.
Yeah, listen. I mean, don't get me wrong. I will tune in for highlights because I'm curious to see how some players do. I'm curious to see how Lagway comes out looking. But am I questioning what the score is going to be? No, I'm just questioning how much time our 2s, 3s, and 4s get in that game, and whether or not Florida can look like Florida. Can Florida play Florida football and look good to start the season. Because let's be real, there's been a couple times where Florida scheduled a cupcake, and we might have almost choked on some cupcakes, stumbling out of the gate. I think for Florida, again, some Brevard County talent there. Jamari Lyons playing for the University of Florida, and I believe he's coming back, and he's starting. Do believe. So we got Jane Edgecombe. Jane Edgecombe goes to the University of Florida. I know Sedaros was going there. We didn't.
Sedaros is at Valdosta State now.
Oh, he's at Okay,
He
well,
transferred.
thank you very much. I missed that transfer, and we'll add it to our BSN list of, people we're keeping an eye on. But I'll be interested to see what he does because, gosh, he was electric in high school. His little brother's just as electric.
He's getting there.
Here I am trying to build him up, and
I see him every day.
I want to say I'm not gonna forget. You also see him. Hey, but you also better watch what you say because you know what you say on air might come back to bite you.
I'll see him tomorrow. He absolutely has the potential to be a great player. He has to work for it, though.
100%. Look,
He can't be scared of the weight room either.
those are the thoughts of strictly Blake Mays, and only Blake Mays do not necessarily reflect the opinions expressed here on the Brevard Sports Network. Those are his and his alone. Coach Mays, you might want to remind your son how to be PR correct.
Alex Smith for the kickoff, and it looks to be an onside. And
it was touched by a Hawk
and it
first.
looks like the Rockledge Raiders are going to recover it.
It was definitely touched by a Hawk first.
And it's recovered by the Rockledge Raiders, number
54.
Kaysen Cornelius, first down Rockledge, and that is how you start the half.
Absolutely. Let me take that halftime banner down. No, that is exactly you start the half. And look, the coaching moment there for the young man who stands front row at kickoff receive. You don't dive head first on it. You dive on top of it.
Absolutely.
You go body. You rather go over and your body land on it than go head first and it do what it just did to your helmet.
That'll be first down Rockledge, 14-14. Rockledge Raiders on offense. Jamal Critton looking to have another explosive half like he did in the first. So is Antonio Emerson Brown, number 1, the running back. And number 2, Tristan Jordan. All of them had great first half. Let's see if they can do it again in the second half in our JV Backyard Bowl. Back to pass, has time, runs up the middle, and it looks like the Viera Hawks are going to get him to the ground. Sack made by, I think, number 66, Jeremiah Murray, or 56, I think that is. 56, Matthew Starkey. And we have a down Raider. Looks like maybe cramping.
As the coaching staff makes their way down. Dang it. Come on now. Why'd I do that?
Not second down. Second and 10 for the Raiders. Gun third quarter. Rockledge off to a hot start in the first half.
To start the half. And, that's always a great thing especially coming out of halftime.
Oh, yeah.
They're expecting you to kick it deep, start the half, and then you just hit it with a little onside. No one's expecting it. Get the ball back, change the momentum.
Absolutely. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the YouTube chat, kind of see who's tuning in to the Brevard Sports Network as the cart is being driven over to the Raider, and hope everyone is enjoying the broadcast. Oh, okay. It's not giving you the option to look at the chat. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, so we will go back and look at the chat, and look, we at the Brevard, we do. At least I know I do. I take time to go back and try to reply to some of the chats left on a broadcast after the fact. So look, we also want this to be like Facebook. We love the fact that with YouTube, you're able to put the games on the big screen. So even the JV matchup is put on TV, and there's you're watching your baby play on TV. But grab that device and chat. We always encourage chatting in the YouTube chat. The only thing we ask is if there is trash talking, let's keep it classy. That's all we ask. We get it. It's a rivalry, and I don't care whether it's varsity, JV. I don't care if it's basketball, football. Rockledge, Viera is a Rockledge rivalry. And so I get it. Sometimes in rivalries, things can get said. But let's just keep it classy. That's all we ask. Yeah. I do enjoy getting to do youth football again. For me, I kind of went on this similar rant last weekend, but I love doing youth football because to me it gives me a chance to see the next high school stars that are born. It gives me a chance to watch the development of some of these guys, like a Fox, like a McWin, like a Bubar, Jake Bubar. Guys that I had a chance to watch come up through the SVYFL program and shine there. Tim Sedaros. Tim Sedaros is another one I loved watching at the youth level. Now getting to see them step into the high school limelight and step into that, that next step of their journey. Look, you become, you heard me that Viera Palm Bay game. I was glowing all over Derek Schmadeke. Another guy I've loved. I'm unapologetically a Derek Schmadeke guy. I think he has a possibility of becoming one of the best running backs to come out of Viera. He has that build. He's got power. He's got deceptive speed. And he's got the vision. That's what I think goes heavily underlooked about Schmadeke is the vision he has.
Jamal Critton, 2nd and 10, 9:24 to go in the second half. Tries to hand it off. Oh, throws it to Antonio Amerson.
And he's tackled by number 28 for the Hawks, Andrew Neighbors. Just seeing nobody near him, tossing it to him, and getting positive yards, make it 3rd and short. A lost game.
Absolutely, and great job by the running back too, realizing that was his assignment. His assignment was making sure he was able to be there for his quarterback.
3rd and short for the Rockledge Raiders. Jamal Critton hands it off to Antonio Anderson, and he is tackled by 58 for the Viera Hawks. First down, Raiders.
Rockledge having a great start to the second half with the onside kick. Now they got a first down on the 39. Crinton back in the shotgun, 2-by-2. Viera brings 4, throw, and a drop. Intended receiver number 2 for the Raiders.
That's Mr.
That's
Jordan.
Tristan Jordan. Pass broken up by number 24 for the Hawks, Noah Taylor.
Noah Taylor. Okay. I know he's got a proud father. Got a chance to talk. I talk to his father all the time. Father, a teacher. I'll say that. He's a really good teacher that's well respected at where he's at.
Jamal Crittenden back in the shotgun 2x2. Viera looks like they're going to bring some pressure. They bring 5. Handoff to Antonio. Emerson Brown makes a couple.
Falls down forward. That looks like it is a first down.
Hard nose. He can cut too. He's not just straight downhill. He can
No.
cut to the outside, make a juke, side cut, and get right back downfield.
An official's timeout with 7:37 left to go. As there's an injured Hawk on the field. 7:37 left to go here in the third quarter. All tied up at 14. Look, and we've mentioned it a lot. Blake, you and I talked about it coming over. These two teams involved in a varsity matchup that was one of the wildest week one I think a lot of us have seen on Brevard Sports Network. I mean, Rockledge scores 21 first half points, gets shut out in that second half, and Viera comes all the way back, 22 unanswered, scores with a minute left. And what I almost thought was going to be a repeat of the Kickoff Classic where Joseph Watkins leads the Raiders down to a walk-off field goal. Such is not the case. But there we saw a lot of great talent. Merritt Island and Cocoa, what a fun game that was. And then, of course, look, let's not discount Heritage and Titusville. That was a great one.
Wasn't that overtime?
That was also two of the
overtime games in a game finished with the last point scored in the last 20 seconds.
Yes.
I mean, that's just crazy.
Wild week one we had.
Jamal Crittenden in the shotgun again, 2x2, back to pass, has time, looks to roll, rolls to the left, keeps looking downfield, and just throws it out of bounds.
Again, smart play. But there is a player down.
There is a flag also on the field.
I think they're trying to call grounding.
It is intentional grounding on the Raiders.
Remember.
Passed across the line of scrimmage.
Yes. Not only does it have to cross the line of scrimmage, but there's no tackle box rule in the high school.
Oh.
There is no tackle. Again, it also has to get to the line of scrimmage. That's that second part to that rule. But, yeah.
There has to be a player in the vicinity also, which on that play was not a problem. And I think that is also a loss of down.
Yes, it is.
For the Raiders. So that'll make it, I believe, 2nd and long.
As the down marker guy is not in his correct position.
He is now moving. There we go.
I'm like, where'd he go?
And it looks like number 1, Antonio Emerson Brown is going to be taking the snaps this play with number 22 for the Raiders. Sebastian Riviera at running back. 2x2 look. Viera bringing the heat. Fumbled the snap, and it looks like I think he's going to pick it back up.
Yes, he will.
Let's see what the refs say.
He fell down on it first, and by then you're down by contact. So
there's always a scuffle. People fighting over the ball. At that point, the refs just make a decision.
Fair enough. Spoken like a true defensive man that you are.
I hated playing defense. I remember one game I wasn't supposed to play defense at all, something happened. They threw me in there after the game. I told my DB coach, I was like, I hate playing defense. Because I didn't like to tackle people. I'm 150 pounds. That's not my thing. I could sit zone coverage, cover 3. I got deep. I'm good there. Tackling, not my thing. Didn't want any part of it. Number 2 in at quarterback, I think now.
We try to add some entertainment here on the Brevard Sports Network for everyone. For all our purposes, no. Some people think, who are these two babbling idiots?
Number 0 coming off the field for knee pads. Got to have the knee pads
Yup.
over the knees.
Cover the knees.
Handoff to Emerson Brown. Viera brought pressure, and he is tackled at the line of scrimmage, and that'll make it 4th and a trip to Ebb caught him back.
Yeah, look, when the team sees your especially at JV, QB1 goes down, what are you likely to do?
You're bringing heat.
I'm going to throw 8 or 9 in the box, and if I can't make the tackle, then I get to yell at my defense for that next week.
Force the player who's not playing quarterback throw the ball.
Correct.
And Alex Smith back there to punt with, I think that is number 4. It is Sebastian Gonzalez for the return. He took a kickoff back already. Let's see what happens here. Viera coming after it. Oh, and they blocked it. Viera with the block punt, and that'll be first down Viera on the 48 with just about 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Special teams making special plays right there.
And for Viera, that is 2 big plays on special teams. Now you're in great field position. Going in, we have a water break on the field. Great play. 2 great plays. We had a kick return for Viera for a touchdown. And now we have a block punt. And
little injury that was not I want to make a note. And who is number 6 for Viera?
Number 6 for Viera? Elijah Washington.
Elijah Washington saw 4 go down for Rockledge, who's currently being helped off the field. Washington got up and was the only one. He was a Viera player helping the Rockledge player back to his side. Look, I get it's a rivalry, but seeing sportsmanship like that, seeing a class like that, that's awesome. Again, yes, we're in a war. I don't want you to win.
Props to his parents.
Yes, but I also don't want to see you get hurt. I don't want to see you out of action.
Yep. Tim Chuck in the shotgun, pistol look, sniffer, 2 receivers to the close side. Tim Chuck on the snap, handoff to number 5 for Viera, and he's running, finds open space to the left side, and it doesn't look like anyone's going to catch him, and they do. Great hustle play by number 12 for the Raiders, number 5, Zayon Jeffress with a great run to the 1-yard line, and number 12, great effort play by Jameer Davis, getting him down, letting Rockledge live enough to fight another day, giving them a bend, don't break situation.
Yes.
Because now Rockledge stop him here, and you're good. Maybe force a field goal. That's a 3-point game instead of having to go make a touchdown.
Wow.
Tim Chuck in the pistol looks to do the same play. Touchdown, Viera. Number 5, Zayon Jeffress on the touchdown. 4:21 to go in the third quarter. Ran the same play back to back. Oh, and it looks like Viera is going to go for 2, which not a bad idea knowing Rockledge is going to go for 2 also.
Well, and here's the thing, too. You don't know the status of Rockledge's quarterback.
You don't.
So
he's standing on the sideline. He looks to be better now.
yes. Now, again, I also say that I hope he comes back in because he's an electric player to watch.
Absolutely. And Viera gets the conversion again with the same play. Tim Chuck handed off to the left side, just zone to Zayon Jeffress. They ran it 3 times, and every time positive plays, and now it is 22-14, 4:21 to go in the third quarter.
But yes, now you're putting a lot of pressure on Rockledge to score.
Have to score and get the 2-point conversion.
Yes, which again Rockledge is going to do anyways because we haven't seen much of a kicking game out of them.
But now, if they get the 2, you're not down by 1 if you were to kick the extra point.
100%.
Now it's a tie ball game.
Oh, listen, I love the idea here.
Looks like we have a new kicker for the Hawks, number 85. We have 2 of them.
Chad Ochocinco, what are you doing here?
Brody Pulliam and Richard Segura.
I believe this is Brody Pulliam.
This is Brody Pulliam.
I believe. I very well could be wrong.
If I keep saying the wrong name for the kicker, blame Caleb.
Yes, blame me. Also blame the Viera coaching staff for sending a roster that
with 2
has
numbers for about every number.
Yeah, I want to say almost every number has 2 names to it. So, but for the sake of Blake, blame me. Listen, I have no problem being told I'm wrong.
Viera on the kickoff. Kicks it. Oh, we have whistles getting blown.
I would say I thought whistles were blown before the kick anyways.
And no flags. He must have kicked it before the whistle. That'd be my guess.
Well, they blew 3 whistles. Everyone looked around, and then he kicked it. And then they blew whistles again. Like, wait a minute.
I think we're just going to have a re-kick here for the Hawks.
Again, JV football.
Um,
4:21 left to go here in the third quarter.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay. 85. Brody Pulliam for the kick. And there it is. That's a pretty good kick. Returned by number 6 for the Raiders. Looking for space. Tries to find some and tackled by number 6 for the Hawks.
He retweaked something. You could tell in the first couple steps there. You saw him pull up like, nope. And he was down here prior to getting stretched here on the sideline, so it might be a reoccurring cramp. And look, for the JV players, this is that we always say kickoff classics in week 1. You find a lot of cramps at the varsity level.
Oh, do you?
And sometimes for JV players, it doesn't necessarily sink in until you get your first game. And then it's like, maybe I need to.
I'm playing a lot more than I usually am.
Right, exactly. And so I need to maybe cut back on the soda, and maybe drink some more Gatorade, some more water,
or just put a little extra salt on all your stuff.
There you go.
Get the blood flowing.
Sure.
Because for anybody that didn't know, that's all. Salt is electrolytes.
Yes, 100%.
But number 6 for the Raiders on the return was Dejon Freeney. And the tackle was made by number 6, Elijah Washington, for the Hawks. Again, great open field tackle by Elijah Washington.
Absolutely. I think we talked about it. When I was here at Rockledge, we had 2 things. We always had a jar of pickle juice on the sideline. We had mustard. The athletic trainer at the time was Coach Ian Stites, who always had the Gatorade tablets. They call them the thirst quencher tablets, but they were just the electrolyte packs. By the way, shout out to Ian Stites.
The chewables?
Yeah, they were
the little gummies.
Yes.
Oh, those were so good. I'd go to my dad's office, find some of those, and just snack on some.
Just for no reason.
They tasted good. I'm a little kid. I don't know better.
Hey, listen. Good. You were also probably the same kid that probably got those Flintstones gummies and probably ate a couple of them like candy, right?
Not the gummies. We had the hard ones.
Oh, okay. You had the Flintstones vitamins.
Yeah, I think I probably took maybe 2 a day, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. My parents would monitor that one.
They were expensive for a while.
All those COVID memes. Like, I ain't going to get COVID. I ate my Flintstone gummies as a kid.
I ate my Flintstone gummies as a kid. COVID has nothing on
I
me.
ate my vitamins. My Flintstone vitamins
Or-
would fight this off for me.
Or for our parents growing up, you know what? I had that wonderful amoxicillin. COVID can't do nothing to me.
4:11 to go in the third quarter.
Again, there's a down Raider as they're tending to him. They're bringing over the cart. It's gonna check up on some of the college football going on.
USF up 17-7 against Boise.
Hold on, go to the stat tracker. Let's see who scored for USF. See if any Brevard County talent.
You'll be better at telling who Brevard.
Brown to Grammatica. Martin Grammatica's kid is in college? Goodness gracious, I feel old. Hewitt passed to Singleton. Nope.
Boise State was supposed to be the odds-on favorite for the Power 5 schools to be the highest-rated conference champ, be that 12 seed or higher in the playoffs. Because other than Ashton Genty, they returned everybody. But Ashton Genty was a huge, obviously a huge part of their offense.
All right, so far no one for Brevard County in the box score yet as far as scoring and
UCF and Jacksonville State 0-0. And that game is delayed right now, probably due to lightning. Jamal Kiddenham finds number 2 across the middle, and it goes right through his hands, which would have been a great play.
I'll tell you, Rockledge has a quarterback back, number 7, back in the game, Crinton. But I'll say this: he made that throw and he kind of started hobbling on one leg. He's staying in the game. He's showing some of that warrior spirit. But that's something to monitor and keep an eye on.
It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Raiders. Jamal Kiddenham. I'm sorry. I'm, again, so sorry for the last name. Kiddington hands it off to Antonio Emerson Brown. And another good run, still trying to fight it. And gains about 6 yards on the run. That'll be 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, it will be. And I can tell you what the coaches will, Coach the love father and son, Coach Tristan Love and Coach David Love will tell number 77, never turn back and look back for your receiver. Always go find work and find the next man to put a block on.
Number 7, Jamal Kiddenham keeps the ball, runs to the left side, gets out of bounds.
And he
looks.
And there he goes. He's back, limping himself back on the field. That is some competitive spirit. Again, something like that is something coaches notice. You know your team needs you, and you know you're not at 100%. Everyone knows you're not at 100%, but you're still going in the freshman and making the conscious decision to go out and continue playing. That's
Stays up on tackle, breaks another one. Spins and looks like he's going to get the first down. Great run by the sophomore.
absolutely more.
And it looks like we have a Hawk cramping on the field, which will also give the Rockledge Raiders, who looks they've been cramping for most of the night also, get some water, stretch a little bit. 2:27 to go in the third quarter.
Again, I'd like to thank our partner, Total Spine and Orthopedics. Same-day expert spine and joint care. For all the information of all the great services they provide, give them a call at 321-499-4646. Find them online at totalspineortho.com. Or if you're watching this on your TV, take your phone and scan that QR code. It'll take you right to the website, and you will be able to get all the great information that Total Spine and Ortho does. Again, they do same-day spine surgeries that within a couple days you're up and moving and able to get back to whatever it is you needed to do. I'll tell you what, I haven't had any spine issues, thank the man upstairs, thank God. But yeah, it's always nice to know that there's a company out there that can help you get back to doing what you need to do when you need to do it, if not faster. Again, information at the bottom of your screen. Total Spine and Orthopedics. Thank you for partnering with the Brevard Sports Network.
Handoff to number 22 for the Raiders. Couple cuts, and again, downhill running. Number 22, Sebastian Rivera. The good run.
Yes, sir.
I think that was his first run of the night.
Think so?
First or second? One of the two.
His second run, because he had to come in when number 7 first.
With 2
First
minutes
had
to
to
go in the
get taken
third
out of the
quarter.
game.
Jamal Kittinen. Handoff to number 22 again. Gets downhill. Makes a couple man miss. Number 44 on the tackle for the Viera Hawks.
But Riviera showing that Rockledge has a nice 1-2 punch between him and number 1.
Maybe Rockledge might think to go to a 2-back set
Hey.
and give Jamal Kittinen, instead of them focusing on him the whole time, give him a pitch man.
Yeah, hey, look, that's very dangerous.
Viera, Rockledge back to pass, finds Jordan over the middle again, and he catches it, and that'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders on the 11-yard.
Jordan has been all reliable here for all reliable hands, and good job getting just beyond the backers and allowing himself a window.
To Rivera, makes a cut and gets about 5 or 6 yards on that, and it looks like it'll be 2nd and goal on the 5 or 6 yard line. Rockledge Raiders offense not slowing down. They've been moving the ball good all game.
Yes, they
And
have.
they're continuing to do that. Jamal Crittenden in the shotgun, 2x2. Viera looks to be bringing pressure. He keeps it to the right side. See if he can make a man miss. He does. Dives in. And that'll be touchdown for the Rockledge Raiders. And this game just got a little more interesting, almost headed into the 4th quarter.
But again, he's currently down, and players are waving. There's a down Hawk. There's a down Raider. Again, warrior mentality, throwing his own safety out the window.
That was, great play by him. Going in between 2 people, diving, getting the touchdown. Now, question for the Raiders: who's going to take the snap for the 2-point conversion coming up?
So we haven't seen number 1 back in the game since he. Well, and but now I'm showing him because he's got a little bit of a limp. You can kind of watch him; he's walking with a limp. And again, we here at Brevard Sports Network don't wish injury on anybody, and unfortunately for number 7 there getting carried off. And I'm hoping that it's a severe cramp, it's just something that, because he's cramping so much, he's having to get carried off because he just exerted all that energy diving into the end zone.
You got to remember to drink your water. Water one of the most important things to drink, not just the day of the game, not just the day before the game, but throughout the whole week.
Yes.
To prepare yourself for this.
That hydration starts that next Sunday. You know, look. Yes, would you like players to be drinking all water all the time? Absolutely. But we're talking about teenagers here. Do they drink all water all the time? No.
And again, college coaches have a lot easier time relegating that.
Right.
Because the day before the meal, they are making sure people are eating. Number 2 hands it off to number 1.
The 2-point conversion. Now they tie the game. 42-22.
We are tied 22-22.
This game might end just like the varsity one did.
Oh, my
Both
gosh.
teams going back and forth, game ending. Whoever gets the ball last, by the looks of it, is going to come out on top. Both offenses doing great, moving the ball up and down the field. Both teams, unfortunately, having a couple turnovers.
Yeah.
You know, you clean that up, we're doing really good.
14 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. We're going to be in for a fun one.
14 seconds to go in the third quarter. And again, a different rule between varsity and JV. Varsity quarters, 12 minutes. JV quarters, only 10.
Yes.
Alex Smith for the kickoff, and Sebastian Gonzalez for the return. And if I'm the Rockledge Raiders, I might be a little hesitant kicking it to Sebastian Gonzalez, considering
Yeah.
he's already taken one all the way back. And he is the lone man back there, though. So maybe a pooch kick or maybe an onside again. Oh, they do go for the onside again. Bounces off somebody. Number 21 for the Viera Hawks grabs it, does the smart thing, getting down. Maxim Demidov.
21?
Yeah.
Hold up. Maximum Demidov.
All right. Smart thing, getting the ball, getting on the ground, give the offense on the field, live to fight another day.
Yep.
9 seconds to go in the third quarter. This will more than likely be the last play of the third quarter, unless somebody gets out of bounds really quick.
Crazy things. Or, remember, a defensive penalty.
Or penalties, you're right.
A quarter cannot end on a defensive penalty.
Bodie Timchuk in the shotgun with number 5. Zayon Jeffress in the backfield. And it looks like we have a timeout for the Raiders. And we don't get to see that final play of the third quarter yet.
Nope. Timeout taken. And look, this is a chess match, I think, also going between coaches.
And another update on college football scores. USF now up 24-7 on Boise State. And USF always been a team to give, like whenever they play Alabama, to give them fits.
Yes.
And when they played Miami last year also,
They gave
for
them
most of that
fits.
game,
Yeah.
it was a very close game.
Yes. USF is one of those teams that everyone's like, oh, it's just USF.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, you take them lightly, and then come the fourth quarter, you're looking up at the scoreboard saying, are they still in this football game?
And I watched the Pat McAfee show today. He said that they always have just fast players. Why aren't they ever? And maybe this is their year, maybe.
Maybe.
Timchuk back to pass in the shotgun. Throws the ball to the left. Look for number 83, and that'll be incomplete. Number 83, Anthony Mascalo. And, you know, one thing I am noticing out of Timchuk, he likes to lean back in his throw.
Yeah.
And that'll give you significantly less power. You want to be balanced, but more weight on your front foot when you're throwing the ball and bringing that hip all the way through to where that back foot, after you throw it, should end up in front.
Yes. And that will be the final play of the third quarter with your score. All tied up at 22. We'll be back after some messages from our commercials.
Hello, Hello, Space Coast. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you for your support of BSN and allowing us to cover your student athletes and come into your home each and every night. Give us a follow on Facebook at Brevard Sports Network, and here's to many more years of top-notch sports coverage right here in Brevard County. Thanks again.
Hey, this is Devon Dudley, and you are watching Brevard Sports Network. Oh, my brother, testify.
But we'll see.
All right, welcome back here. Start of the fourth quarter.
Tim Chuck in the pistol with the sniffer, hands it off, and Rockledge Raiders all over that one. Run by Zayon Jeffress.
Tackled by number 55 for Rockledge.
Find the name, Bradley Smathers. And that'll be 3rd and long for the Viera Hawks with about 9:35 to go in this fourth quarter. Be 3rd and 10. Tim Chuck in the pistol look again, 2 by 2, 2 receivers on both sides. Rockledge in a cover 3 look. Looks like they're going to bring some heat. 5. Looks like they're going to bring 5. They only bring 4. Tim Chuck rolls out to the right side. Throws. Cat. No, it's dropped. Intended receiver number 83. Anthony Mascalo, the intended receiver.
And unfortunately,
That'll be 4th down for the Viera Hawks. And almost a really good play to get that first down. Receiver, I get the ball's wet, but you always want to try to catch it with your hands. Don't let it hit your body, otherwise it bounce off.
number 90 off the Rockledge defensive line, I think got his hand stepped on.
Viera going for it. 4th and 10. Tim Chuck back to pass. Throws. And it is dropped by number 0, and that would be Alwyn Brown, which in hindsight, probably better for the Rockledge Raiders because now they're down on the 45 instead of wherever number 0 gets tackled.
Well, I was saying, that's the thing. Number 0 is like looking at his hands like, why didn't I have it? But again, he's going to come to the sideline and his coach say, hey, it's probably better that you didn't catch it.
Situational football.
Correct. And now look, this Rockledge Raider offense, who is at quarterback? That is the big question.
Number 7 is in, Jamal Crittenton.
He is showing such heart, such look, and I'll go ahead and say it because I am a former I am a Raider alum. He's showing that Raider pride. Whoa. And I'm shocked that one didn't set off the lightning buzzer.
I didn't hear any thunder yet, so it's got to be a ways away.
Fair enough. But it's just one of those that makes you blink, though.
You start to think like,
Yeah, right.
2-man backfield. Hands it off to, I think that's Antonio Emerson Brown. And that is, again, a good run for the Raiders. And they are controlling the clock, running the football. When they start coming up, they do a pass. And Jamal Crittenton doing a great job finding the open receiver or running around, giving himself time, making plays happen.
But you know every time there's a passing situation. Wow, okay.
Jamal Crittenton hands it off to Emerson Brown, and he breaks a couple tackles, going down the left sideline, finding some space, and he is eventually brought down inside the 10-yard line. And that'll be 1st and goal for the Rockledge Raiders. Trying to put points on the board here, saying this is our game to win.
They are inside the total spine and orthopedics red zone. And I'll tell you what, they are surgically manipulating that Viera defense with that run game.
This 2-man backfield, sending number 2 in motion. And again, hands the ball, fumble. Where's the ball? Number 7 picks it up. Jamal
Oh, my
Crittenton
gosh.
finds his way. Does he get into the end zone? He does. Touchdown, Rockledge Raiders. What a play. Fumble. We lose the football. Great heads-up play by the quarterback there to pick it up, realizing no one's there, taking it in, and diving in for the touchdown. Caleb's in shock.
How do you explain that? This young man is battling through what we can all say is probably some of the worst cramps.
Cramp after cramp after cramp.
I mean, he's having compound cramps. I don't know.
He's cramping right now on the field.
And yet he's still picking the ball up, running, and he's not just walking into the end zone. He is leaping and jumping into the end zone. I'll tell you what.
Rockledge going for 2. Jamal Crittenton at quarterback with the 2-back look, number 22, number 1, both having their average 7-8 yards a carry.
Yeah. That's
2 receivers to the far side. Rivera to the left side of the quarterback. And it looks like he's going to be the lead block. We have a fumble again. And I understand how that is very frustrating because it was there. But nonetheless, Rockledge up 28-22 against the Viera Hawks.
Whew. I mean, folks, this is
very back and forth game here.
how
7:38 to go in the fourth quarter.
I'm still in shock of that touchdown. And look, that's not even me being a homer. What this kid, what this young man is doing, is absolutely extraordinary.
Some more scores from the college football. Ohio losing to Rutgers 24-31. UCF and Jacksonville State still 0-0, and they are still delayed. I feel bad for them if any of them have classes tomorrow. It's going to be a late night.
Yeah.
Alex Smith for the kickoff. And again, another onside kick, and a great job by the Viera again, jumping on top of the football this time.
Corral that ball into your body.
Number 20, Quentin Moore on the recovery. And Viera offense, I would say they need points on the board this drive. And if your defense can get in stop, you don't need a touchdown right now. You can kick 2 field goals, tie the game up.
Yep.
But I would think this is a point where you need points on the board now to ease yourself off a little bit, because this Rockledge Raider offense in the second half is looking very good.
That they are. Coming up, we'll tell you about the games we have on the Brevard Sports Network.
Timchuk in the shotgun, hands it off to number 5, Jayon Jefferson. He is running, and he is thrown out of bounds. Zayon Jefferson, my apologies. Thrown out of bounds by number 0, Alwyn Brown. Again, Zayon Jefferson having a good game running the ball. He had the long run, a touchdown, and now 9 yards on that play.
Excellent day on the ground. So the varsity games coming up tomorrow night on the Brevard Sports Network. I'll be on the call with Anthony Knockreiner for MCC and Trinity Catholic. And that'll be an interesting game for multiple reasons.
Cocoa versus Mainland.
Alan Slaughter-Zinski on that call.
And then the Viera Hawks versus Deltona.
Yes.
Timchuk back to pass. Finds a man, throws it deep, and that is incomplete with the intended receiver trying to get his number. He's in the 80s.
Coming up tonight at about 9:30, we'll have the Uberzati pregame show where Alan and myself will pregame all of the schedule, kind of take you through the schedule here on the Brevard Sports Network. I believe we'll be both on the Facebook and YouTube page. And Also, we had another game on the Brevard, our fourth game on the Brevard Sports Network, Seminole at Heritage. That'll be Jared Oliver, Channel 9. Go ahead.
Two-back look. Tim Chuck trying to find it. They had a man for the pitch man, and that is a loss on a 3rd and short. Make it 4th down and about 4, I think. No, not 4, 2 or 3. For the Viera Hawks, Rockledge Raiders defense stepping up big right there.
Yes,
I think
they
that
are.
was made by number 50 for the Raiders.
For our game Seminole at Heritage, we will have Ontavious McCullough on production. Channel 9, former Channel 9 sports anchor, Jared Oliver on the call, giving you the play-by-play and color commentary. BSN's other intern, Brian Kelly.
You remembered his name this time.
Yeah, I know. It only took me a week.
Tim Chuck, with the no play. And that'll be offsides on Rockledge. Coaching point right there. 4th and short. You have to be expecting that. Always watch the football. And that'll be 1st down Viera with 5:40 to go in the game. Ball on about the 38-yard line. Sniffer to the right side. Zayon Jeffress, the running back. And it looks like they're going to hand it to him. And he rolls to the right side. Makes a couple people miss, and he's tackled by number 33, Dylan Johnson.
Of course, so
2nd and 6.
Of course, coming up at 9:30 on the Brevard Sports Network against the Uberzadi pregame show. We will also go down the rest of the list of games involving Brevard County teams as this rain now starts to come. This is where the game gets fun. The ground was already wet. Now you got more rain falling from the sky, and it's a pretty steady rain. You can kind of see it on our camera.
Tim Chuck in the shotgun. And Zayon Jeffress running to the right side. Makes a man miss. And he's shoved out of bounds inside the 10. Make it 1st and goal for the Hawks. And this game just back and forth, back and forth. Both offenses doing a great job this game. Now,
there's another down Raider on the Viera sideline.
If you're Viera here, I think if you score, you take the extra point. You go up 1 because there's no reason to go for 2.
Correct.
Again, this rain will add a different element to your special teams because that snap is coming in quick. You have to make sure your holder gets it down. And if there's any chance in that where any of it messes up and it messes up the kicker's rhythm, then this kick may go anywhere.
Correct. 4:28 left to go here in the 4th quarter as they tend to the.
Come on now. Don't do this to me.
Haha.
Is a very exciting JV football game.
Oh, it is absolutely. Again, if this sets the tone for the other JV football we will have this season, I'm excited for all the JV football that we will get a chance to cover. Look, I'm a Rockledge alum. I am happy to be back here at Chuck Wood Field at McClarty Stadium. Again, the legendary Chuck Wood helped lead Rockledge to their back-to-back state championships. Along his side, and now on the current Rockledge coaching staff, Coach Patrick Lusk.
Score update for college football. USF runs a fake punt.
Let's go.
For a 45-yard touchdown. And they
Let's
are up
go.
31-7 with the ball. They have the ball right now. That is.
Let's go Bulls, baby.
The execution on that fake punt must have been amazing.
Immaculate.
Amazing. Usually a fake punt, you're good for, at least you're trying to get the first down.
Right.
Boise State must have sold out.
Now, again, being a Gators fan, when I hear fake punt, I immediately think of
LSU.
the LSU game. I believe
It was 2011 maybe?
I think it was 2011. The punter literally did everything except punt the football and then took it off and ran it 35 yards.
That's why all coaching staffs now always they make sure, even if you're playing safe, trying to get a return, you always have one guy standing there making sure that punt
That doesn't
is
happen.
punt. You have one guy selling all out to try to block it, making sure it's punted.
LSU's had is known for a couple special team plays that have just gone absolutely berserk. That fake punt, the fake field goal. Yeah, it's
Timchuk in the pistol with a sniffer, Zayon Jeffress to run the ball again, and a great tackle by who's that number 22 for the Raiders. Is that Rivera?
I believe that is Rivera.
It was. Rivera doing stuff on both sides of the football, making tackles, making runs, having a game. So, Caleb, who do you think is going to win the national championship?
Okay, come on now. Listen, I'm not into being the super early predictor as there's a Rockledge Raider cramping. He went to line up in his stance and fell back, grabbing his I guess quad.
Hamstring.
No, hamstring. There we go. That's right. Quad's the top of the leg. So yeah, if there's any varsity players watching this from any,
Start drinking your water.
I would say this is your PSA. Put water in your system right now. Like while you're thinking about it, put some water in your system, and you know what? Have a shot of Gatorade too.
If you drink a bottle of Gatorade, drink a bottle of water. Just switch on and off every time you drink something.
Yes.
Don't drink sugary stuff because that'll dehydrate you.
Yep.
Sweet tea, lemonade, soda. Stay away from that. Coffee. Stay away from that too. An electrolyte packet would work also.
Yep.
Liquid IV. Timchuk back in the shotgun. Looks to try to throw it.
It's tipped by number 12 for the Raiders. Jameer Davis.
Play by him. And that'll make it 3rd and goal, I believe. Yep, 3rd and goal with 3:38 to go in this game. And what an exciting game it has been. Back and forth. Great plays on both sides. We had a kickoff return, a block punt, a fumble-rooski play over here for a touchdown. Just great plays on both teams. Great heads-up plays.
The non-drawn-up fumble-rooski.
Whatever works. Timchuk in the shotgun, sniffer to the right side, 2 receivers to the close side. Hands it off to Zayon. He gets to the outside. Rockledge finding a man. He bounced off some players, and that is touchdown. Viera with 3 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. And we, ladies and gentlemen, we have a tied ball game awaiting this extra point. But no matter what happens here, this Viera defense has to stop Jamal Crittenden and this Rockledge Raider offense.
And let's remember, Crittenden, he's had some time to sit on the sideline.
He's had safety.
Okay, so all right. So on top of the compound cramps he's having playing quarterback, he's also playing safety, of course, because
athletes need to be on the field.
I mean, I'm going to sound like a broken record, so I can't give the man any more compliments.
This will be a lesson for both teams to drink more water. Awaiting this extra point, though.
Yeah, the timeout called, I think. I think Viera wants to think about it.
I
Now.
know if I'm the coach and I'm confident in my snapper, my holder to get the ball down, I would take the extra point. The 2 doesn't it doesn't help you as much. And if you miss it, it's the worst thing for Viera right now, at least on the extra point. If it's blocked, the play's dead.
Right.
Rockledge, if something happens here, they can return it and get 2 points for themselves, and they get the ball.
Huh.
And Viera is electing to go for the 2-point conversion. Now, we will see how this fares for them. Obviously, if they get it, great job.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, a bit of a thinker for us. Timchuk in the pistol, sniffer to the right, and it looks like they're going to run power. Zaris, does he get there? He does, and Viera is now up 30-28.
Wow.
What a game. But again,
Gutsy call.
now this Viera defense needs to get one stop. Maybe two, depending on how Rockledge's defense does. But that is absolutely a gutsy call by the Viera coaches right there. And great execution by the Viera offense. But again, if that doesn't work and maybe there's a fumble, Rockledge picks it up and takes it all the way the other way. Now it's 30-28 the other way,
Correct.
Rockledge football.
Correct.
But nonetheless, they get it. Viera is now winning 30-28. Rockledge Raiders awaiting the kickoff. Brady Kramer. Actually, no, Brady Kramer is not kicking this half. It is Brody Pulliam. I am pretty sure. We'll see who comes out onto the field for the Viera Hawks. Again, a new rule pretty recently, 3-4 years ago, with the 6-quarter rule.
Yep.
With JV guys, they can play a full game of JV, and then varsity, go play 2 quarters up there, get
Yep.
some game time in. And it looks like it's going to be 85. Brody Pulliam to kick off.
Tell you what, no matter how this game ends, this rain better stop once this game ends, because I'm not trying to get the equipment wet. Yes, my production problems. No one wants to hear about them. I get it.
I'm worried about my knee.
Yeah.
Brody on the kick. Kick to be caught around the 24-yard line. Antonio Emerson running down and gets tripped up by number 5, Zayon Jeffress, making plays on special teams after making plays on offense.
Yeah. 3:22 left to go.
But again, taking pride in special teams can get you, after JV season's over,
Yes.
can very easily get you a spot on the field, getting game film, showing coaches that you have pride in special teams, that you're not
Yep.
ashamed of it. And
And
college coaches absolutely
how?
can look at that. College coaches absolutely look at that, saying this guy is a team player, and that's they're looking for. Unless you are a top of the top guy, if you're a team player, that can get you on the field, and they'll more than likely want to get you and keep you around. Because that's one thing no coach wants is a headache, no matter how good you are.
100%.
Jamal Crittenham hands the ball off to Antonio. He takes it to the left side, cuts, and that is a 6-yard gain for the Rockledge Raiders.
All right, that thunder seemed pretty close.
It sounded like it was.
Look.
With 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
No one wants this game called. 'Cause let's be real, if the game
No.
stops, they'll call it.
Viera will be happy.
Right.
But I don't think anybody else will.
Correct. But how that alarm has not gone off yet, we will never know.
Antonio running the ball, runs into a Viera player, tries to break off, and he's tackled 3rd and short for the Raiders. And if I'm the Raiders, you got to be a little more quick to get on the ball with this clock running. So there's 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to go.
Well, there's a down Viera Hawk player, so the clock, I don't understand why the referees haven't stopped the clock.
There it is. Viera player getting up after a quick cramp. Oh, nope, clock's running again.
Okay.
2:23 to go. Rockledge need to get the ball going.
Okay.
I guess the Viera player wasn't down long enough for the referees to call it.
I guess.
Jamal Crittenham in the shotgun. And it looks like we have a flag on the play. False start on the offense. And that'll back the Raiders up to a third and manageable to a third and medium large.
Medium large.
Medium large. There's not a word for that, so
A Marge.
that's what. Yeah,
No.
third and Marge.
Third and Marge Simpson. Again, quality entertainment we provide here on the Brevard Sports Network for everyone enjoying the broadcast. We hope you are.
Third down, get the ball snapped. A little confusion for the Viera. Jamal Crittenden looking for somewhere to go, making some people miss. Finds an open space, goes to the left side, tries to get the first down. Let's see where they spot it. And they spot him short. And that'll make it 4th and short, but he does get out of bounds, which stops the clock. 1:32 to go in the game. Score, Viera 30, Rockledge Raiders 28.
The rain's starting to come down a little bit harder.
Rats. 4th and short for the Raiders. And I don't know how many timeouts the Raiders have, but if they don't get this, it is looking like that will be the ball game. And they hand it to Antonio Emerson, and he gets the first down and more. Still going, still running, and he gets all the way to the 40-yard line. And there's 1:23 to go in the game.
I would say there's a Raider lineman who is talking to the Viera sideline. There, coach is saying, "No, you got to get up here. Let's go."
Trying to get him down. Clock still running. Jamal Crittenden hands the ball off to number 22, Rivera, and he is running, and he's still going, trying to get some extra yards, and he's very close to that first down marker. Rockledge, again, you need to hurry up, get on the ball, and get some plays running. The clock is running. There's 50 seconds left. I understand. Like, the run game is working. You can keep doing that, but you need to get on the ball, call a play, and move.
Look, you can still go, hey, red, red, red. Guess what? That means same play, opposite side.
And there's a flag on the play. False start on the Raiders.
Usually in that case, someone wasn't set.
34 seconds to go in the game, and now we have a timeout by the Rockledge Raiders.
Right. Well, they kind of have to at that point. You got to call a timeout, get all your guys.
Tell them we got to line up quick. Here's the plays.
Yep.
We got to get on the ball fast. After we hear a whistle, get on the ball, and we have to go.
Hey, linemen. I know I'm about to say words that we us linemen don't like to hear. Run. All right. I want you following behind the play so you can get right back on that line as soon as that ball's spotted.
Our Alex Smith warming up on the sideline just in case. He needs to kick a field goal.
Ooh.
And we haven't seen him try for an extra point at all because the Raiders have been going for 2. But we don't know.
Look.
I saw him kicking before the game. He has a decent leg.
Yes, he does. So, again, coming up at about 9:30 here on the Brevard Sports Network, Alan Slauzinski will start the Uber Zotti pregame show. Give a rundown of all of the games going on for Week 2 and give you a preview of the games going on the Brevard Sports Network tomorrow night.
Crittenden back to pass, has pressure, rolls out to the left, looking for an open man, throws the ball to number 6 and is incomplete.
I know it wasn't a completion, but that was a great job of the receiver breaking off of his route, coming back to his quarterback, and at least giving him an option.
Actually, I think that was number 12 for the Raiders, Jameer Davis. 25 seconds to go in this game. This JV version of the Backyard Brawl living up to the hype as the varsity one did.
Yeah, it did.
Viera in a deep cover 4 look, bringing some pressure. Our play action pass, looking for an open receiver, finds a man, drops it. Intended receiver, Jordan, and there is a flag on the play, holding on the Raiders.
I do always listen, and I laugh at fans who, how do you call that? Well, it's one of the few things I'm told to look for as the back judge.
18 seconds left to go in this game, and it looks like Viera declined the penalty, making it 4th down. And now, especially with Rockledge taking that timeout earlier, they have to get this.
Yes.
They have to get this, or it would be the ball game unless Viera somehow mishandles the snap on the knee and Rockledge recovers. 4th and 8, 4th and 7 to go.
Timeout called by Rockledge.
Timeout by Rockledge.
And you know what? I don't dislike that timeout.
Oh, the clock was running.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah. All right. So now you have a shot play.
Well, I think Rockledge Raiders coaches are questioning the clock and asking why it was running.
Well, yeah, because the pass was incomplete on
Yeah,
the
it
previous
was.
play.
It was. There should be 18 seconds left back on that clock.
No. Let me be very clear. We are not questioning the clock operator. She is doing what the white hat and the refs on the field. My question is, if it's an incomplete pass,
Yeah.
that would stop the clock. Again, the clock operators, and I'll give a little tidbit.
Put 20 seconds on there, and the refs are putting 20 seconds back on the clock, giving the Raiders 2 extra seconds.
Let me be clear, just so everyone, while we get set the table for you. Clock operators, their sole job is to do what they're told by the guys on the field.
They're watching the white hat.
Correct. All right. Anyway, 20 seconds left. Blake, give them the call.
Rockledge Raiders down, 4th down and 7. Ball on the 37. Rockledge in a 2-man backfield. And we're back to pass. Throwing the ball. Finds a man, number 80. Catches the ball and gets out of bounds. First down, Rockledge with 13 seconds to go. Number 80, Lucas Grissom. Great play by the Rockledge Raiders offense. Jamal Crittenden finding the open man, getting him the ball. Receiver catching it and getting out of bounds to stop the clock. 13 seconds to go, and I think we're in field goal range.
Yeah, I think we are too, so.
Let's see what Rockledge does, and it looks like Viera is going to take a timeout.
And right now, Viera, Viera wants to make sure all their guys are on the same page, and if you're Rockledge,
You'll take it.
yes.
You'll take the timeout. Try to draw up a play. Maybe you don't have to try to score right now.
Don't know how much.
I'm sure you'd like to score right now, but you don't have to. You can get a quick play out of bounds, gain some yards.
I mean, yes.
You can probably 12 seconds. You can get 3 plays. If you just catch the ball, quick out, 3 plays.
You're asking a lot out of a JV team, and I'm not trying to discount JV football. Let me be very clear. But you're right. It's possible.
Absolutely.
But the probability of getting 3 plays out of that.
Very unlikely.
Correct.
Even out of varsity level, unlikely.
Correct. We're talking college NFL?
Maybe.
Yes.
College, still very difficult. NFL, absolutely.
Right.
Catch and throw, absolutely.
Well, typically at the NFL level, if you're right here, it's if my first 2 reads aren't there, throw the ball away. And
college, NFL, and if you have a kicker for varsity, you're running the ball, kicking a field goal. But Rockledge, not too sure with their kicking game. We've been going for 2 all night. So I think they're going to try to punch one into the end zone, or at least try to get closer to the end zone, spike the ball, then let the kicker out. Jamal Crittenden out back to pass, throws the ball, caught. I don't know if he's in the end zone.
Nope.
He's down on the 1. He gets out of bounds.
6
seconds to
left.
go. First and goal for the Raiders. 5 seconds left. 28-30.
You know what you throw here?
QB sneak. Tush push.
I mean, I really like that call, but I think remember what Viera wasn't ready for last time? That backside slant.
Maybe. And
You
that is a quick play. If they drop it incomplete, there should still be time left.
But it's
got to
be a zip drop. All right.
Absolutely.
Then you know what? Tush push, and if we don't get it, we didn't deserve to win.
We have a timeout by Viera. Now there's 5 seconds left. They can do that.
Yep.
But I would say more than likely, because of how Rockledge's run game has been, I can see them trying to run the ball.
Oh, 100%.
Marshawn Lynch in the Super Bowl. This is it. Give the ball to Antonio Emerson Brown, who's been running 8 yards a carry all night for the Rockledge Raiders.
You know, I don't disagree with your call.
If you're Viera, you're stacking the box,
yes,
leaving man on the outside, inside leverage to not give up a slant.
Mm-hmm.
Make him throw a fade ball to the outside because that is a hard throw for a quarterback, especially freshman quarterback.
All right.
Jamal Crittington, a phenomenal quarterback tonight with a very good future for this Raider offense.
Here we go.
2 back.
Oh, he's saying we need one more.
And number 80 runs onto the field. Lucas Grissom, who caught that clutch first down. Jamal Crittington in the shotgun. They hand the ball off. And they call it short. And the Viera Hawks win by an inch.
Wow.
What a game. Viera Hawks celebrating on the sideline. What a game. It's a running clock. They ran the ball. Looks like there's some deliberation.
Let's see what happens. As far as I know, that is right.
I mean, yeah.
Game as it was. It was definitely, it lived up to the hype like the varsity one did last week. Came down to the last play. Still to be some deliberation on the field. Maybe they might add time. They might not. I can't see them adding time.
Well, here's the thing. The quarterback tried calling a timeout as soon as they called him down. However, I don't know if Rockledge had another timeout.
And it doesn't. It looks like the refs are walking off the field. And that'll be the ball game. Viera Hawks 30, Rockledge Raiders 28. And both teams, what a showing by both teams. Jamal Crittington, what a player for the Rockledge Raiders. Both running backs for the Raiders, number 22, Sebastian Rivera, I think that is his name. Yes, Sebastian Rivera, and number 1, Antonio Emerson Brown. Great players for the Rockledge Raiders. Young players. Number 2 for the Rockledge Raiders, Tristan Jordan. Great games.
Absolutely.
For the Viera Hawks, obviously quarterback, Brody Chimuk. You had Boobar at running back. You had Zayon Jeffress at running back.
The future for both of these programs is bright with all the awesome players they have. All right, folks, we got to get out of here because the Uberzati pregame show starts at 9:30 here on the Brevard Sports Network YouTube page, and I believe also on the Facebook page. I know for sure it's on the YouTube page for I don't know how I forgot your last name.
Mace.
Blake Mace. I'm Caleb Brown.